What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Ivy Vibes. Here at Ivy Vibes, this is where the cards meet consciousness and we take a deep dive into the language of spirit. Here is where tarot is more than a possible predictor, but it is a mirror for your soul, helping you to understand the patterns, your purpose, and the energy that is moving through you right now. So if you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Today's reading is going to be about why, and this is for my girls, why he won't commit. So we're going to take a look first at the overall energy that he is bringing in. And I got my incense burning over here, if y'all happen to see any smoke. It's at the end. So let's see what his overall energy is. And we're going to see why. All right. So his overall energy is the Two of Wands in reverse and the Lovers. So I think that he's in a place right now where he's being, the energy around him, he's faced with a decision that he has to make, but he may be afraid right now of actually making a true decision. He's not really, if you just started seeing him, he's not really planning very well, just playing it safe. So I would say for this being in the beginning, because we're looking at what you would why he won't commit. This definitely is a lover situation, and I think that the energy around him is he is open to love, but then if you're trying to be serious, there's this fear. You know what? I kind of feel like with guys, it's always different. For some, not all. When they get to that point where they're really, really ready to commit, they commit. They know who they want to commit to. Pardon me. They know who they want to commit to. They know what they want. They know what they're looking for. They know what it looks like when they see it. But they are not groomed in the same way the females are to look for that relationship at an early age. They want to go out and party and enjoy themselves and do all this stuff, and so if they get a feeling that someone is trying to push or block them into a relationship commitment that they're not ready for, they show a lot of resistance. So I would definitely say that should not be something that you should do if that is the case here, because just the energy around them, I don't know why there's like this fear of change. They're not planning very well, but they are open to receiving love. There's a lot of choices here, though, that they are being faced with that Lover's card. So that is just the energy that we have around them right now. So let's see what this person's personal situation is in regards to why they won't commit. All right. There's some emotional immaturity here with the Page of Cups in reverse and the Page of Wands. I think that they're just in this exploratory type of energy where they're just trying to really enjoy their freedom. I don't know when their last serious relationship was before you started to see them, but they may not be ready for a true commitment right now. They may just be happy about the freedom that they have, being single, being able to come and go whenever they want. And if there's any pressure there, that's not going to help the situation. My advice is always to go where you're wanted. And I'm not going to beg anybody to stay with me. It's a value and a self-worth kind of thing that you just have to know, for yourself. And until they are really ready to move in that direction, it's just not going to happen. Like, why would you want to be with someone who you have to convince in some kind of way, to be with you? So let's see, what is this person's challenge right now? Because it may be something more. Let's see what is challenging them. Having a new start, I would say, financially. Having a new start financially. Maybe they're looking for more job opportunities or better job opportunities, something that will help them be more financially secure, and finding some kind of balance in their life right now. Okay, that's a challenge. So maybe money has been a bit of an issue, and if money is an issue, then of course nobody's going to want to enjoin themselves in a serious commitment, because finances do tend to play a very, very large part in relationships, whether you are just dating or in a relationship where you're together, or you're married. Finances always plays a big part. So they may just be waiting for a better opportunity to come to them, and doing things in moderation. So this almost seems like it could be some things too that may be out of their control, like if they have child support or something like that, not overindulging in paying out extra for things that they really, really just may not need to pay right now. They could be battling some things in court. If that's not the case, then maybe they just don't know how to manage their money well, and they need help when it comes to that. So as far as you, let's see, what are their intentions? What are their intentions for you? And don't get it mixed up. Intentions are not feelings. Let's see what their intentions are. What is it that they are intending to do if they could? What are their intentions? Okay. This is not, you may not want to hear this. So their intentions would be to move on. I feel like they may feel like there's just going to be a whole lot of hard work to put in when it comes to being with you. And I don't know how easy of a person you are to be with, but this really feels like they're in this place where their intentions is to make a transition, to go somewhere else, but take a practical approach to how they do it. So it may be in a way where you may not even see it coming, but that's their intentions. Let's see what their feelings are. And again, this could be because of their situation financially. Maybe they don't want to hurt you or feel like they have you, like they're stringing you along or something like that. Like I said, finances plays a big part in relationships, and sometimes when it comes to that, it can be very challenging when it comes to it. Some people wanting to combine their money, some people not wanting to combine their money, but everything tends to get combined. Everything tends to get combined when you, in one way or another, when you are married. It is very challenging not to be entangled in a situation like that, having everything be together. So their feelings are, I think they may end this. We have the World and we have the Three of Swords. I think it's going to break their heart. And they may know ultimately that they're going to break your heart as well. But I feel like they're looking to have some type of completion and ending to this relationship. I want to know why. Why are they feeling like this? Because they want a new start. I don't know where or why, but that's the why to their feelings. They want a new start. They want a clean start. So let's see what actions they may take. What actions might they take? And now I'm curious to know, honestly, if this is just about finances or if it's about another individual being in the picture. What are the actions that they may take? Just fell. Okay. So, can't believe this. I'm doing readings in the car. Their action that they may end up taking here is the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Six of Pentacles. So this is feeling like they are just I feel like they're using they're involved with someone else. They're being, I feel like they're being generous towards someone else. And so I don't know who that someone else is. But already just looking at these cards, the Lover's cards, first of all, we had the Two of Wands. And I'm trying to be positive with this, but this could ultimately mean that there's like a decision that they need to make between you and someone else. And then with the Lovers, there's a decision that needs to be made there. And they're playing it safe. Okay? Then we have that there's going to be some kind of disappointment because they're acting emotionally immature, and they want to have some kind of a new start. I was trying to be positive there again. But that new start, or they're waiting for a new opportunity and trying to stay balanced. This in combination with this of wanting to move away to make progression in another place. I don't know about that. And then ending things to have a new start. There really could be another individual involved with that Three of Swords there. There really could be. And then to have this, like the reason why they want to have a new start. Maybe they want to have sex with somebody else, because we all know what that means. That's the love stick. And then with this, they're being overindulgent, but they're possibly giving to someone else, because you see how there's this other person that is there. They're going back and forth between two people. I don't know. Anyway, let's see what what advice we can get with this. What's the advice we can get? And this is why they won't commit. If you've been having a feeling that there may be some other, individual, they're being dishonest. The advice here is not to believe them, because they're being dishonest. Whatever they say, I feel like they're being dishonest. So you want to be careful for whatever it is that they are saying. If it does not feel right in your spirit, don't believe it. Just don't believe it. And as females, we know, but sometimes we feel like we need to work something out because the way that our minds go, your heart will tell you something, or your intuition will tell you something, but it's almost like we need to see that proof. And if we don't see it, we don't believe it, or we may allow the person to convince us otherwise. But I would say don't fall for that, because even if you don't see it, your intuition usually is never wrong. And not to put my stuff in it, but for the 3 first years that I initially was dating my ex, I kept on sensing that there was something else going on, because I started to learn his patterns. Even the guy that I was seeing before him, and I was with him for 6 years, I started to notice certain patterns. And ultimately I found out both of those guys that I was dealing with were cheating. Now someone could say, okay, well, what is it then that was wrong with you? Like, why were they cheating? Didn't have anything to do with me. It was the fact that they did not want to settle down and commit. And I feel like that's usually what it is. And a lot of times these guys will not let you go, because they may know that you are a decent person, but they want to keep you from anyone else having you, and you being serious with anyone else. Because if they know the things that they can get from you, why would they want someone else to have that? And I'm just tired of all of the blame always being put on the female. Well, like, you're the reason why they're cheating. No, because everyone has the ability to make up their mind as far as what it is that they want to do. If you want to see somebody else instead of cheating, why not just tell me that you would rather deal with somebody else and leave me alone so I can find happiness somewhere else? But you don't find guys having the balls to be able to do stuff like that. Instead, they'd rather go behind your back. If you're having a problem, well, you're not a child. Open up your mouth. Let's have a conversation. If there's something that you feel I'm doing that's bothering you, or we're just not aligned, then damn it, let me know. Maybe it could be something that could actually be fixed, but you'll never know unless you open up your mouth and say something. So communication, is one of those big things that gets me a lot. But then you have some guys that are just very selfish. They know that you're a good person. Like my ex, he knew that I was a decent person. At that time, I was going through a transition, coming out of the church, coming out of religion. And the person that he was cheating on me with, he said that he looked at her like she was the good time girl, and I was the forever girl, the one that he knew that he really wanted to be with. But instead of letting me know that he was feeling some type of way and giving me the opportunity to actually be the fun person, because I think he just looked at her like she was a fun one. She was the one that he could take around town, go out and hang out with and stuff like that, which I didn't know anybody. I didn't really hang out like that, again, because I was in church. And so whatever it was that he felt like he was missing, he got from her, instead of saying something to me, because I wanted to go out, I wanted to have fun and stuff like that, but he never gave me the opportunity. So any fun that we had, it was always in the house with the music and dancing and stuff like that. And I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense. But then I also seen that because he started seeing her, y'all getting way too much of my business, he didn't want to take me out because he didn't want to be seen with me, because it would get back to her. Okay, so that was another thing. So there's always these reasons, you know what I'm saying? But when I found out, I said, you know, it would have just been better for you to have not tried to control the situation and been honest with me, because the same way that you have options and you go out, you think I don't have options? You think that there's not other guys that approach me that I may take some interest in, but I've chosen to only deal with you. So it's not an excuse. However, you are, as a female, the guy always has a choice to make in the process, and sometimes they don't want to do that mature thing, which is why you've seen the Page of Cups in reverse, emotionally immature. You see this behavior where it's something that gets excused, and then it almost gets turned around and the blame gets put back on you in some kind of way, when it's like, no, I'm not the one in your mind making the decisions that you make. Take responsibility for your actions. So I don't know if this fits you, if it's your story or not, whatever, but if it is, leave something in the comments just to let me know, you know, and if this type of read interests you, which I am going to try to start getting back into the habit of doing a lot more of these, then definitely let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Until the next time, you guys, I am Ivy and you're Ivy Vibes. Thank you again for coming to my channel and watching this video. And until the next time, be well.